Lithuania, a small Baltic nation tucked between Latvia, Belarus, Poland, and the Baltic Sea, is a country that combines history, culture, and surprisingly accessible living standards. At first glance, Lithuania may seem like a quiet, remote European nation, but a deeper look reveals a vibrant ethnic mosaic shaped over centuries. From the indigenous Lithuanians who form the majority, to Poles, Russians, Belarusians, Ukrainians, and smaller communities like Tatars, Armenians, Jews, and Crimean Karaites, Lithuania is a land where diverse cultures coexist, adapt, and flourish. One of the most practical reasons why many people, both local and foreign, choose to settle in Lithuania is its housing market. Compared to most of Western Europe, Lithuania offers affordable real estate options, from bustling city apartments to rural homes surrounded by farmland or forests. The availability of accessible housing directly impacts the migration patterns, economic opportunities, and lifestyle choices of Lithuania's ethnic groups. Lithuanians, making up roughly 85% of the population, are the backbone of the nation. They trace their roots to the ancient Balts, and their language, Lithuanian, is considered one of the oldest living Indo-European languages in the world. Historically, Lithuanians established the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, one of the largest and most powerful states in Europe during the 14th–16th centuries, which extended from the Baltic Sea deep into Eastern Europe. The Grand Duchy was a hub for trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange. Even after centuries of foreign domination, first by the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, then by the Russian Empire, and later the Soviet Union, Lithuanians maintained their language, Catholic faith, and rural traditions. Modern Lithuanians are a blend of urban professionals, rural farmers, artisans, and entrepreneurs. Housing for Lithuanians varies widely depending on location. In Vilnius, the capital, city center apartments average around $250,000 USD for a standard 2 to 3 bedroom unit, while newly built luxury apartments can easily exceed $400,000 USD. In Kaunas, Lithuania's second largest city, apartments average closer to $150,000 to $200,000 USD, making it more affordable for young professionals and families. Klaipėda, the port city on the Baltic coast, offers apartments averaging $140,000 to $200,000 USD, often with proximity to the sea. Rural homes, especially in regions like Aukštaitija or Samagyša, can be purchased for $70,000 $120,000 USD, frequently including gardens, barns, or farmland. These prices are a key factor in why younger Lithuanians often choose to stay in the country rather than migrate to Western Europe, where housing costs are often 2 to 3 times higher. Poles are the largest ethnic minority in Lithuania, making up approximately 6.5% of the population. Their presence is historically rooted in the era of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which created a cultural and political union between the two nations. Today, Poles in Lithuania are concentrated primarily in the Vilnius region, particularly in Vilnius city, Salsininkai, and surrounding districts. Polish schools, churches, and cultural centers are essential pillars of the community, ensuring the preservation of language, traditions, and Catholic faith. Housing for Poles in Vilnius is generally priced slightly lower than for Lithuanians in the same city, with typical apartments averaging $120,000 to $180,000 USD. In rural areas dominated by Polish families, small houses and cottages often cost $60,000 to $90,000 USD, making multi-generational homes feasible. Many Polish families have maintained farmland for decades, balancing traditional agriculture with urban employment. These housing patterns allow the Polish community to maintain cultural continuity while participating fully in Lithuania's economy. Russians, approximately 5% of the population, have a complex history in Lithuania. Many migrated during the Russian Empire era and later during the Soviet period, drawn by employment opportunities in administration, industry, and scientific fields. Today, Russians live predominantly in Vilnius, Klaipėda, and urban centers. Russian language schools, cultural organizations, and churches help preserve language and identity. Housing choices for Russians reflect urban trends. Apartments in Vilnius and Klaipėda generally range from $200,000 to $250,000 USD, while suburban or semi-rural homes cost $120,000 to $180,000 USD. Many Russian families have leveraged these accessible housing prices to build multi-generational homes, integrating into Lithuanian society while maintaining cultural traditions. The affordability of housing in urban areas ensures that younger Russian professionals and students can settle near universities or IT hubs. Belarusians, though a smaller group at around 1% of the population, have historical and cultural ties with Lithuania dating back to the Grand Duchy, which included modern-day Belarus. Concentrated mainly in eastern rural regions, Belarusians often maintain Orthodox Christian traditions and Belarusian language use. Housing is notably affordable in these rural areas. Small village homes can be purchased for $50,000 to $80,000 USD, while slightly larger properties near Vilnius or Kaunas can reach $100,000 to $140,000 USD. This affordability allows families to maintain farmland or expand their properties without significant financial strain. For Belarusians, access to inexpensive rural housing is not only a practical choice but also a way to preserve heritage and community cohesion. Ukrainians have become one of the fastest-growing ethnic groups in Lithuania, especially in the past decade. Many have arrived seeking economic stability, higher education, or safety amidst political conflict in their homeland. Urban centers such as Vilnius, Kaunas, and Klaipėda attract Ukrainians due to job opportunities in IT, healthcare, construction, and service sectors. Apartments suitable for Ukrainian families range from $120,000 to $220,000 USD, while suburban or semi-rural houses often fall in the $80,000 to $140,000 USD range. The affordability of property, combined with Lithuania's EU membership and stable economy, encourages long-term settlement, integration, and participation in civic life. Ukrainian communities have established cultural centers, language schools, and businesses, further enriching the social fabric. Other minorities in Lithuania, including Armenians, Jews, Tatars, and Crimean Karaites, contribute their own unique cultures, languages, and traditions. Armenians have maintained communities in Vilnius for centuries, supporting churches, schools, and businesses. Historically, Jews were one of the largest communities in Europe, with Lithuania serving as a center of learning and culture before World War II. Tatars and Crimean Karaites, dating back to the 14th century, have preserved their Islamic and Karaite faiths, respectively, while contributing cuisine, crafts, and historical knowledge. Housing for these smaller communities often reflects urban trends. Apartments in Vilnius and Kaunas range from $180,000 to $250,000 USD, while houses in smaller towns or outskirts can cost $70,000 to $130,000 USD. This balance allows these communities to remain vibrant while maintaining cultural identity. Lithuania's real estate affordability, when combined with ethnic diversity, creates a dynamic environment for people of all backgrounds. Urban apartments in the capital and secondary cities provide access to work, education, and cultural life, while rural properties offer peace, space, and affordability. For many immigrants and minority communities, owning a home is not only a practical necessity but also a cultural anchor, allowing families to maintain traditions and pass property down through generations. In comparison to Western Europe, where apartment prices can easily surpass $500,000 USD in major capitals, Lithuania's relatively moderate costs make it a strategic and comfortable choice for migration and long-term settlement. For Lithuanians, Poles, Russians, Belarusians, Ukrainians, and smaller communities alike, housing affordability is inseparable from quality of life. It enables families to plan for the future, invest in education and businesses, and integrate socially without being overburdened by costs. Whether in Vilnius with its historic old town apartments, Kaunas with modern developments along the Neris River, Klaipėda near the Baltic coast, or rural villages with traditional cottages and farmland, the range of options meets diverse needs and incomes. Accessibility to homes has helped stabilize population growth, encouraged economic participation, and strengthened the cultural continuity of each ethnic group. Lithuania's appeal extends beyond housing. The country offers EU citizenship benefits, growing tech and industrial sectors, and a rich natural environment with forests, lakes, and coastline. These factors, combined with low property costs, draw students, entrepreneurs, and professionals from neighboring countries and beyond. For younger Lithuanians, this prevents the brain drain that many Eastern European countries face, allowing them to live comfortably and invest in local communities. For ethnic minorities and newcomers, affordable housing acts as a gateway to integration, cultural expression, and social stability. Ultimately, Lithuania's identity is tied to its ethnic diversity and the accessibility of housing. The story of Lithuanians, Poles, Russians, Belarusians, Ukrainians, Armenians, Jews, Tatars, and Crimean Karad is not only a story of culture but also one of settlement, economic choice, and community building. From Vilnius apartments priced around $250,000 USD to rural homes costing as little as $50,000 USD, housing in Lithuania provides opportunities for a comfortable life, cultural preservation, and social integration. The availability of property supports families, encourages migration from abroad, and maintains continuity for historic communities. Lithuania, woven from many threads, is a nation where diverse ethnic groups coexist in harmony, contributing to a rich cultural tapestry. Accessible housing, coupled with strong historical identities and modern economic opportunities, allows individuals and families from different backgrounds to thrive. The stories of these communities, intertwined with the practicality of property ownership, illustrate how Lithuania manages to be both historically rich and forward-looking, offering a home for people from all walks of life. For anyone looking to experience a country where culture, affordability, and opportunity meet, Lithuania stands as a compelling choice, a nation where the past and present blend seamlessly, and where a home can be more than just a roof over one's head. It can be a bridge between heritage, community, and future possibilities.